It's hard to watch. Children circled a mother, then pinned her against a fence, dragging the mother and her son to the ground, continuously beating them.
These children are going to have to live with this for the rest of their lives. And the children are our future, so it's not fair.
Police say it started when the 33-year-old mother, her young son, and daughter were walking near 106 in Bensley in the South Deering neighborhood. A group of kids then started chasing after them, calling them names and taunting them. Both the mother and son were beaten so badly they were taken to a hospital. Word of the attack spread quickly on social media, causing outrage among many parents. One day after the attack, demonstrators showed up at Orville T. Bright Elementary School.
Okay, what's up, everyone? This is a story that's gone very viral here in the last day or so. Um, a mother, 33, her young son, and then I think she had another young child, possibly I think a daughter. They were attacked by children, a group of children, and as you heard, the mother and the son were beaten so badly that they had to be taken to the hospital. Um, Man, this is it's definitely hard to watch, and it's definitely inexcusable. Um, as they were saying, they were being called names, they were being chased and stuff like that. And we don't have, everything that led up to the incident. We have, as much video of, as they have released on social media. But man, this is really, really unheard of, and very, very unfortunate. And it's crazy because I've been watching a lot of reactions, and a lot of people that are actually that live in Chicago and who are from that area say that this is not anything you know that's against the normal. Like this is like normal, bully culture and things like that. And we all know, Chicago is a very, very rough place, for people to live, and especially in certain areas. You have to watch yourself because yeah, it's no games in Chicago really. And they said that the mother was 33 years old. And just to be attacked while you're walking home with your children, it's very, very, like, this is whew, man, this is crazy. I really have no words. I like I said, I've been seeing a lot of reactions, and one of the main things I've seen is some of the mothers of some of these individuals who is in the video doing the attacking. They have no remorse. So it's clear to see where the children, get their examples from. It's clear to see that, some people, they just don't have it all up there. That's pretty much, what I can say about it. Like they don't um they don't share the same type of sentiments that some of the rest of us in society share. When I was growing up, you respected your elders. You didn't go and chase a mother down with her children, physically attack them, verbally attack them. That wasn't something that you did. Um, it was more so respect. If someone that was an adult said something to us, we quickly adjusted ourselves. We didn't take it to this extreme. So man, this is very, very hard to watch. It's been people who have came down to the school, and they've been on both sides of this thing here, and I just want to kind of get some more reactions to what's going on here, and get a lot more info.
After some posted on social media threatening to harm the children behind the attack. Several police officers showed up blocking the entrance of the school to protect kids inside. Shanice Davis lives in the neighborhood and says she recognizes the attackers.
This is not the first time the kids have done this. You know, just talk around the streets that these kids have pretty much been raising themselves and they have not been held accountable. They have vandalized cars. They have harassed adults and children.
To know and to find out even now that other families are affected by this. We're meeting families out here that
the neighborhood and says she recognizes the attackers.
This is not the first time the kids have done this. You know, just talk around the streets that these kids have pretty much been raising themselves and they have not been held accountable. They have vandalized cars. They have harassed adults and children.
To know and to find out even now that other families are affected by this. We're meeting families out here that their children been bullied and been beat on.
Chicago Police District Council member Joseph Williams was inside talking with the principal, the mother, and CPS administration.
Accountability is going to be key because if this has been going on, we need to make sure that principal be held accountable for her actions as well. This should have been documented. Parents should have been called to the school, and we got to make sure all around that is some type of accountability that's happening here.
So, this police councilman there, he was just basically speaking on accountability, and I agree. You know, parents, principals, if they, was getting reports and it wasn't documented, the children that's actually doing the attack, they should all be held accountable in this instance because, man, if this is something that's been frequent, if it's been going around, these kids have been, doing these things and nothing has been done, somebody has to be held accountable. And a lot of the pushback I was seeing, from the parents saying, no, well, you old people and this and that and the third, and, just very, very defensive versus taking accountability for what happened and, really saying something as far as they were going to talk to their children or do something. It's more so empowering their children kind of to continue this type of behavior. And that's very unfortunate because, these are people who are raising the next generation of children in this area. And then, they'll go on to have kids and like the cycle will just continue, really. I have a little bit of reaction here from Anton Daniels' YouTube channel where he kind of gave his opinion on everything. So let me bring up that video.
No, it's bigger than the school system. It's our community. I'm telling you, as black men.
Private schools control their kids. Public schools should never control their kids.
Sister, all I'm saying is, when you see a black man taking responsibility for the bull that's happening to our community, y'all gotta learn to stand down. Y'all gotta stop it. It's not a war between us. It's not a war.
So this gentleman here looks like he's talking to like mothers within the community, and one thing he just said was, when there are men that are around who want to take accountability for this, he's telling the mothers that they should stand down. They shouldn't fight against, the men within the community who are trying to step in and who are trying to, be able to be positive role models or, be able to say something to the children. And like I said, back when I was growing up, if you did something and somebody's like a parent see it, they wouldn't have a problem telling your parent. And, they knew if they, even mention the fact of, yeah, I'm gonna tell your mom, I'm gonna tell your dad that you would change your act up because, you knew that something would happen. But these days, that's just not the case. So, it's not really trying to make it a mom versus dad, female versus male thing at all. He's just basically saying, in situations to where we are trying to step up and take accountability, y'all are being very, very resistant to that. And that causes a lot of divide and dysfunction. And it also, in return, allows the kids not to even listen to these individuals. But let's see if Anton has anything to say here. I know he likes to respond or react, very early on into the video.
No, it ain't. No, it's not, sister. Yeah, everybody wrong. We dealing with them, but we here. We here. We here. They not here. We here with you. We here. We here. Who you fighting? Okay, then let me finish.
I'm fighting for what's right, my brother. I'm a true love man, and I'm going to tell you. I'm going to fight for what's right. Them slaves watched that lady get jumped on and they didn't do nothing.
Cause they know me. I'm done. I'm done. I'm good. Y'all deal with her. Y'all deal with her.
I feel him. I feel him 100%. This is the first thing that I seen on social media outside of YouTube as far as having conversations about the woman that got jumped in Chicago by the little kids. And the first thing that the women are saying is, first of all, they out there for no reason at all. Because if a guy said, I got this, and you know, I disagree with a lot of things, but we're gonna get to that shortly. If a guy say, I got this, what are you sitting there going back and forth with him for? And maybe I'm just like too much in this man's world. Everybody got a role to play. What are you doing outside? I wouldn't even let my girl go outside to address some mess because she can't do anything more effectively than I can as a man.
And I agree. Um, I mean, I agree. It's like it just turns into like a big divide where it's like the male figure versus the motherly mom figure, and it's just like you know, sometimes you have to sit back and allow men to try to get stuff back in order because ever since I was small, the man has been looked at as like the disciplinary and like that stern figure. And things kind of shifted, as I got kept getting older and older, with it being, a lot more, mothers who are head of the household or the only parent in the household. They've kind of taken on a dual role. And, sometimes it's hard for kids to really kind of like take their mom's sternness, as serious as they would, a male or a father figure. Um, so, I mean, I agree. Let's see what else Anton has to say here.
You see what I'm saying? And so they're sitting there, first of all, blaming the school. The school has no culpability. They are not responsible for anything that happened to that woman with regard to those kids jumping that lady outside of the school. Had nothing to do with the school whatsoever. What do you want them to do? You want them to go outside and crash out and get involved in some stuff that they're not supposed to be in the first place? Secondly, they arguing with the guy, and the guy is like, hey, listen, the real problem is us. It's the culture. It's the community. It's the things that you're doing right now that's removing responsibility from the people that actually committed the crime and jumping on this girl. And she's sitting there arguing with him, saying it's the way you came and stuff. I didn't even see him say anything wrong. I didn't see him say.
I didn't see him say anything wrong either. He was trying to take accountability. And again, um, even in my own personal experience, it's always about how you say it and stuff like that. I mean, sometimes men are just straight to the point. We really don't sit there and dance around it. We don't want to sit there and find so many words to say this and that. We just kind of want to say it straight to the point, take the accountability, look for the solution, and not really, tiptoe around stuff, and it's definitely the culture. It's definitely our culture, and it needs to, it needs to be put under a microscope, and we need to really look in the mirror, and we really need to take like full responsibility for these things that's going on because everything starts in the home. The teacher isn't the first educators; the parents are. You know, I don't, I don't allow like my child to be only taught by just going to school. You know, there's lessons at home as well. There's always, something that you can teach a child in order to, help them and their development, and just to make sure that they turn into adults that we want in society, that's going to be productive, and that's going to be valuable to society. And it's just really, really unfortunate that, you know, we have some people that's looking at this and saying, well, I don't see anything wrong. It's clearly something wrong, and it clearly starts in the home. And you know, if we have an individual who's willing to stand out there and say, well, I want to, you know, we take accountability, and we want to help, you know, change stuff around, what is the pushback? That's my question. What is the pushback? I'm gonna go ahead and just close this video out, because, you know, it definitely, you know, went over, but I mean, we could be talking for, you know, hours and hours about this type of topic, because you know, it's just once again another example of how our culture stinks. Our culture really stinks, especially in certain places within, like, the urban, like, within the cities. It stinks, man. And it's only going to change when we allow those who want to, you know, make a change, when we allow those people to actually make that change. When we stop stepping in their way, stepping on their toes, and you know, when we get back to, I know we want to say traditional ways, but we have to get back to a place of respecting one another within the community. You know, within the community, like specifically the black community, we do not respect one another. We will kill each other quickly. We'll talk behind each other's back quickly. We'll step on each other's toes. We'll shade the next man. You know, um, it, that, I mean, tell me where I'm wrong. So, if you like my content, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I would love to hear what you have to think and your opinions within the comments. And once again, this is Justin Paul. Peace.